How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Can Bitcoin recover? I want to talk about that and also talk about what's happening in the market because it seems like a lot of people don't know what's actually happening with the Bitcoin halving. We have some big news from a couple people buying Bitcoin too, and I want to talk about the recent dip. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. I apologize too if the camera quality is a little bit off or the audio or something like that. But we are in Dubai for the big token 2049 event. It's flooding everywhere. It's kind of crazy. If you haven't seen that, go look at Twitter. But yeah, we're working with a mic and a different camera and stuff. I do have with me though Austin. If you haven't checked out his channel,
what's up, guys?
Definitely go check it out. I'll leave it linked down below in the comments section too, so you can go check him out. And if you want to go trade, you can try out Margex underneath the video. There you can trade cryptocurrencies on leverage, and there's no KYC, so you don't have to put in a bunch of personal information. You don't have to tell them your name or your social security number, where you live, anything like that. You can just put in your email, a password, check their terms and conditions, and you can start trading here today, which typically it's a good time to be leverage trading or getting your position set up when we are at a bit of a dip, because I don't know about you, but I don't like to buy assets at all-time highs. I don't like to leverage trade necessarily super aggressively when we're at all-time highs too. I like to do it right when we're around support, which we are right around the support that we've touched about 3 times. Now, of course, make sure you know what you're doing when you're leverage trading. But let's get into the content here. So we have seen a bit of a dip in crypto, obviously, but the hype around the Bitcoin halving is still here. Google search for halving is going insane. Now, I don't know what else people will be looking up besides obviously the Bitcoin halving, but you can see even compared to 2020, the search volume for the halving is going up 2.5 times what we've seen in the past. So there are just a lot more people kind of tuned in right now to crypto, trying to figure out what this is, because I still think there are people within crypto that don't know actually what the halving is. It's kind of crazy, but that is the case. Even the Swiss newspaper says that the number of Bitcoin will double after the halving. Yeah, we're early. Yeah, this is coming out from Bitcoin Archive, but it is crazy. Some people say that the amount of Bitcoin is going to double. Some people say that no, the Bitcoin is going to halve, the supply of Bitcoin is going to halve. That's not the case, and we've covered it before on the channel, but just the new supply of Bitcoin, the rewards that are being paid get cut in half. So what's that mean? Just there's less inflation. It doesn't affect really the supply that we've seen already. It just means that there's less coming in the future. There's less being mined, which means less selling pressure, which means the price typically goes up. Now, Altcoin Daily also posted this. This is the new Coinbase Bitcoin halving video. This is a pretty good explanation, actually. I think this is actually pretty catchy. Let's play it here. Again, I think this is something that normal people will be able to understand very well.
Over time, your money gets you less. Does Bitcoin? Well, in 2012, one Bitcoin bought you this much pizza. In 2016, this much pizza. In 2020, this much pizza. And in 2024, well, you get the gist. Roughly every 4 years, the future supply of Bitcoin is reduced. So historically, you get more, not less.
Now, of course, they're talking mostly about the price of Bitcoin. They're not really talking about the halving process that much, but it does show you, yeah, the asset typically goes up over time, which most people know that anyways. They're not really talking to institutional investors, right? But it is something that's catchy that might get people's attention and bring them over to Bitcoin. And there are some people that have a lot of money that still don't really understand it that might want to buy in one day, especially with BlackRock and Fidelity and other really well-known institutions now starting to push Bitcoin and crypto. And just the other day we looked and BlackRock was posting seven different ads on Bloomberg for the Bitcoin ETF. So yeah, they're pushing hard to get people into crypto. And while a lot of people don't know really what the halving is, they don't understand what Bitcoin is, that will, I think, get better over time. Now, we do have someone buying a lot of Bitcoin. We have a really important chart to look at. But first, a word from our sponsor, Helium. Now, as you know, I have been blown away by Helium Mobile. This is the $20 unlimited plan from Helium Mobile that you can get with the link underneath the video, and you actually get the first month free with the code FRIEND. Now, what's cool about this is you can turn on discovery mapping, which actually allows you to earn rewards by sharing your location. I mean, we know a lot of other companies are doing it, but this actually rewards you you can use these tokens to actually pay your phone plan. This also allows them to get more hotspots in places that need it, because where these hotspots aren't, T-Mobile covers the plans for the subscribers, but they do have these indoor and outdoor hotspots that also get rewards. If you want to get one of these and get rewarded, there are links to these underneath the video as well. So these do provide mobile coverage, and what they do as a company when they find out, well, there are a lot of people that are using discovery mapping in a certain area, but they don't have hotspots. What they can do is they can go boost the location. So if you zoom in on something like Miami, you can see these purple dots. These are boosted locations where individuals that hold these different hotspots get extra rewards. So if you're in an area that you think is highly populated that might be boosted, maybe you want to come check out this planner.hellohelium.com link, and then you can see, okay, maybe I would be able to get a little bit of an extra boost. Again, there are links to Helium Mobile underneath the video. They are a sponsor of the channel, so make sure you always do your own due diligence. Let's take a look at what Mr. 100 just did. So we've been covering this over the last few days because Mr. 100 bought, 400 Bitcoin on the 14th, 300 Bitcoin on the 15th, and now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 900 Bitcoin here today, just swallowing up a ton of Bitcoin on this dip. Now, we still are seeing the Bitcoin price fall down, right? Even though Mr. 100 buying, you'll see on Twitter, all these people that are buying, but Bitcoin's price is still under 62,000, actually falling down a little bit on the market open here today. So what exactly is happening? Well, this is normal, right? Whenever we go into a bull market, we still do see pullbacks of 10, 20, 30, 40%. This is normal. There are people that bought in right ahead of the ETFs. They're up 40, 50%, 70%. There are people that bought towards the bottom of the bear market that are up 5x, 6x, and they're not sure what we're going to have in terms of a bull run. Maybe they're just taking a bit of profit now that they're up 4 or 5x. Maybe they think we're going to break back down. There are people, Twitter accounts that say that we're going to fall to $3,000 Bitcoin. So some people are getting fudded out of their investment. There are some short-term holders that are selling, capitulating. They bought at 74 thinking this is going to give them an easy 2x, and now they're down, they're down 15%. They're saying, this is just a scam, I'm going to sell. But what we continue to see is long-term holders accumulate. We continue to see whales accumulate, and that's because they know where we're going. Take a look at this chart from Rect Capital. Here you can see in the 2020 bull market, we had a very similar setup. We saw this pre-halving retrace where, we did fall a little bit. We hit some support, moved back up, hit resistance, hit support again, and then continued up. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. We had a big rally ahead of the halving, saw a bit of a drop, right? We're reaccumulating, and then we continue to move up. So this was below the prior all-time highs, but we were just trending in this area right below prior all-time highs, and then we moved up about 4x, 5x. If we did the same thing now, we'd be around $300,000, $350,000 Bitcoin. I don't think anyone would be complaining, and this is setting up to look exactly like what we had seen in the past. Keep in mind, there are a lot of bullish things that have happened. Bitcoin halving in 4 days. The dips are being bought up aggressively. OTC desks are running dry. Supply on exchanges is at record lows. Miners are not selling. No significant Bitcoin inflows. Bitcoin exchange inflows from whales so far. 7 months of green in a row. Massive ETF inflows. Most successful ETF launch in history. BlackRock ETF has not had an outflow. I can continue. I can keep going. But things are looking bullish. It's just the price is down a little bit. There are obviously more sellers than buyers at this point, but there could be a variety of reasons for that. Now, we'll talk about recovery if I think we can recover and what kind of timeline that looks like. But I do want to note Reddit Coin, crypto that I've talked about a handful of times. They did announce that they are going to be doing a Twitter Spaces with Mario Nawfal, which big Twitter personality, 1.4 million followers. They got him to come on a couple of their Twitter Spaces. So if you want to go follow them, you can. He's obviously a big name, and being able to do a call with him is pretty big. So, this is something that I hold, just to let you know. But definitely one of the higher risk plays that you can make. So, do I think we can recover? Of course, yes. I am very bullish on crypto. We are still in the same range. Now, could we break down a little bit further? Yeah, we can definitely fall down further. But keep in mind, just as quickly as people kind of lost bullishness, they can recover the bullishness, right? There's one piece of news and we go up to 66,000, and then we go up to 70,000, 78,000, and then we're off to the races. So I don't think that this is necessarily bad. Honestly, a lot of good altcoins are down significantly. Let's take a look at this. Link is down to under $13. This was just $20 recently. This put in a new low, like a new recent low, going all the way back to November prices. I mean, yeah, this is the cheapest it's been in nearly 6 months. And this is like one of the premier cryptocurrencies. There are a lot of cryptos that are much smaller. They're down much more. But like to see Link fall down is kind of interesting. I'm not a huge Link holder either. I'd like to add a little bit more to my positions there. And it's getting juicier. Same thing with a lot of other altcoins. Like we have shaved a lot of market cap from the altcoin market. Even Bitcoin, being down 15%, it's definitely cooled off significantly. And if you're looking to add to positions, I think this is a decent time. Again, we can always fall further, which is why I don't say go all in right now. That's not what I'm saying at all. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, but if you want to buy an asset, when's the best time to buy it? It's when it's less expensive. And I still think that the market looks really bullish over the next year and a half, 2 years. I think we'll move up. So yeah, I think there's definitely a recovery in our future, but of course, always do your own due diligence. Now, thank you so much for watching. Again, you can check out the links underneath the video. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next one.